Welcome to English Speaking Corner. This is your quiet space to practice, to listen, and to build your confidence, one conversation at a time. If you are here today, you might be feeling a little bit stuck. You know you want to improve your English. You know you need to be disciplined. Maybe you even watched a video recently about how discipline is the key to success. But knowing you need to study and actually sitting down to do it are two very different things. It can feel heavy. It can feel like you need an entire hour of perfect energy to make progress. I am here to tell you that you do not need an hour. You do not need perfect energy. You just need 5 minutes, and you need to start small. That is the secret to building a habit that lasts. Instead of worrying about the mountain you have to climb, just look at the step right in front of you. Today, we are going to practice that together. We are going to build a tiny habit right now. We are going to walk through a simple, calm morning routine in English. By the end of this session, you will have completed your study for the day. You will feel accomplished, and you will be ready to do it again tomorrow. My name is Sarah, and I am joined today by Mark. Hello, Mark. It is great to have you here for this session. Hi, Sarah. It is great to be here. I really love this topic. I think so many of us wait for motivation to strike. We wait until we feel excited to learn English. But the truth is, motivation is a feeling, and feelings change. Discipline is a system. It is a small action you take every day, no matter how you feel. And I love the idea that we can do that in just 5 minutes. It takes the pressure off. Exactly. When you lower the pressure, you raise your chances of success. So before we get into our practice dialogue, we want to prepare you with the right tools. We are going to look at 3 very specific, very natural English phrases that native speakers use when they talk about routines and planning. These are phrases you can use at work, with your family, or even just when talking to yourself about your goals. That's right. And remember, this is an active lesson. We don't want you to just listen. We want you to speak. When we explain these phrases, try to say them out loud. Get your mouth muscles moving. The first phrase we want to focus on today is a phrasal verb that is absolutely essential for discipline. That phrase is stick to. Stick to. S-T-I-C-K space T-O. Stick to. This is such a good one. To stick to something means to continue doing it, even when it becomes difficult. Think about a sticker or tape. It attaches to something and does not let go. When you stick to a plan, you attach yourself to that plan. You do not quit, you do not change your mind, you stay attached to your promise. Exactly. For example, you might say, I'm trying to stick to my diet. This means you are eating healthy food, even when you really want a slice of cake. You are holding on to your original plan. Or in the context of learning English, you could say, it is hard to find time, but I'm going to stick to my study schedule. I like that example. It implies that there is a struggle. You usually do not use this phrase if something is easy. You don't say, I'm sticking to eating ice cream, because eating ice cream is easy. You say, I'm sticking to my exercise routine, because that requires effort. It is about commitment. So, listener, say that with us now. Stick to. Stick to the plan. Excellent. Now, let's look at our second phrase for today. This is a phrase we use when we want to begin an activity with energy. The phrase is get going. Get going. Get going. This is slightly different from just saying start. When you start something, you begin. But when you get going, there is a sense of movement, of momentum. It implies you are leaving a state of rest and moving into a state of action. We often use it when we have been sitting around for a while or when we are procrastinating and we need to push ourselves to move. Right. Imagine you are sitting at the breakfast table, drinking coffee and looking at your phone. You look at the clock and realize you are going to be late. You might say, oh, look at the time. I need to get going. It means I need to start moving, I need to leave, I need to begin my tasks. We also use it to encourage other people. If you and a colleague have a big project to finish and you are just standing around talking, you might say, all right, let's get going. It's a friendly but firm way to say, let's put our energy into the work now. It's a great phrase for building that morning discipline. Listener, try that one. Get going. I need to get going. Very good. Now, we have one more key phrase before we start our dialogue. This one is about time management. The phrase is set aside. Set aside. To set aside means to keep something for a special purpose. Physically, you might take an object and move it to the side of your desk to use later. But we use this very often with time. When you set aside time, you are blocking that time out in your calendar. You are protecting that time so that nothing else can interfere with it. This is so important for English learners. If you say, "I will study when I have time," you will never study. You have to say, "I am going to set aside 20 minutes every morning for English." That time is now special. It is reserved. You can also use it for money. You can set aside money for a vacation. But for today, think about it in terms of your schedule. So to recap, we have 3 powerful tools for your vocabulary box today. Stick to, which means to keep your promise even when it is hard. Get going, which means to start moving and take action. And set aside, which means to reserve specific time for a goal. Now that you have these phrases, let's put them into a real context. We are going to listen to a short conversation between 2 friends. Let's call them Anna and Ben. They are having coffee in the morning. Ben is feeling a little overwhelmed by his day, and Anna is helping him focus. I want you to just listen comfortably. Don't worry about understanding every single word perfectly. Just relax and listen for our 3 key phrases. Are you ready? Let's listen to the dialogue. Good morning. You look deep in thought. Is everything okay?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm okay. Just a bit stressed. I have a huge list of things to do today, and I don't even know where to start.
I know that feeling. The list can be scary, but you don't have to do it all at once. Did you make a schedule?
I did. I wrote everything down last night.
Okay, that is great. So just stick to the plan. Don't think about the whole list. Just look at the first thing.
You are right. The first thing is the monthly report. I suppose I should just set aside an hour and get it done.
Exactly. Set aside the hour. Turn off your phone. Once you finish that one task, you will feel much better.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'm going to get going. Thanks for the push.
You are welcome. You've got this. Okay, that was the conversation. Did you catch the phrases? It was a simple, calm exchange, but it contained all the steps for a disciplined morning. Ben was overwhelmed, but Anna reminded him to rely on his system, not his feelings. Now we are going to move into the most important part of this episode. We are going to shadow this conversation. This is where you transform from a passive listener into an active speaker. This is where the real learning happens. We are going to break the dialogue down sentence by sentence. I will say the line, and then I will leave a quiet space for you. In that quiet space, I want you to repeat exactly what I said. Try to match my speed. Try to match my melody. If my voice goes up, let your voice go up. If I pause, you pause. Do not be shy. If you are on the bus or the train, you can whisper. If you are alone at home, speak out loud. Let's build your confidence right now. We will start with Anna's first line. She is noticing that her friend looks busy. Listen and repeat. Good morning. You look deep in thought. Now you. Good morning. You look deep in thought. Excellent. Notice the phrase deep in thought. It connects together. Deep in thought. Try that again. You look deep in thought. Great. Now let's add the question. Is everything okay? Repeat that. Is everything okay? Now Ben responds. He admits he is stressed. Listen to the way he uses the word "oh" at the beginning. It sounds like a sigh.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm okay. Just a bit stressed.
Your turn.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm okay. Just a bit stressed.
Good. He continues explaining why. Listen for the linking words here. I have a huge list of things to do today. Repeat. I have a huge list of things to do today. And the next part. And I don't even know where to start. Repeat. And I don't even know where to start. Very good. Now Anna gives him advice. This is where we see our first key phrase. Listen to how she says, stick to the plan. She stresses the word, stick. I know that feeling. Repeat. I know that feeling. But you don't have to do it all at once. Did you make a schedule? Repeat that. Did you make a schedule? Ben confirms it. I did. I wrote everything down last night. Now, here comes the advice. Listen closely to the rhythm. Okay, that is great. So just stick to the plan. Repeat. Okay, that is great. So just stick to the plan. Notice how the T in stick and the T in to almost blend together. Stick to, stick to.
Try that link one more time. Stick to. Perfect. Now Ben makes a decision. He uses our second phrase, set aside. The first thing is the monthly report. Repeat. The first thing is the monthly report. I suppose I should just set aside an hour and get it done. Repeat. I suppose I should just set aside an hour and get it done. Let's check the pronunciation of set aside. Because set ends with a consonant and aside starts with a vowel, they link perfectly. Set aside, set aside. Try saying it like one word, set aside. Set aside an hour. Very good. Anna encourages him. Exactly, set aside the hour. Turn off your phone. And finally, Ben is ready to move. He uses our final phrase. Yeah, okay, I'm going to finish my coffee. Repeat. Yeah, okay, I'm going to finish my coffee.
And then I'm going to get going. And then I'm going to get going. Let's focus on get going. The T in get stops quickly. We don't say get going. It is more like a glottal stop. Get going. Get going. Try that. And then I'm going to get going. Wonderful. Take a deep breath. You just shadowed a full conversation. You practiced listening, vocabulary, pronunciation, and intonation all at once. This is what we mean by a tiny habit. You didn't have to study grammar rules for an hour. You just practiced speaking. Now, we are going to do something a little challenging, but I know you can do it. We are going to try the dialogue one more time, but this time we are not going to pause. We are going to speak at a natural, conversational speed. I want you to try to speak at the same time as us. It is okay if you miss a few words. It is okay if you stumble. Just try to keep the rhythm. Imagine you are acting in a movie. You are the character. Are you ready? Let's try it together. Good morning. You look deep in thought. Is everything okay? Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm okay. Just a bit stressed. I have a huge list of things to do today, and I don't even know where to start. I know that feeling. The list can be scary, but you don't have to do it all at once. Did you make a schedule? I did. I wrote everything down last night. Okay, that is great. So just stick to the plan. Don't think about the whole list. Just look at the first thing. You are right. The first thing is the monthly report. I suppose I should just set aside an hour and get it done. Exactly. Set aside the hour. Turn off your phone. Once you finish that one task, you will feel much better. Yeah, okay, I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'm going to get going. Thanks for the push. You are welcome. You've got this. Fantastic work. Really, give yourself a moment to appreciate what you just did. Speaking at a natural speed is not easy, but practicing like this helps your brain get used to the patterns of English. It helps you stop translating in your head and start feeling the language. Before we finish today, I want to talk a little bit about what comes next. You have completed this small session. You have been disciplined today. But discipline is not a one-time event. It is a chain. You don't want to break the chain. That is right. The video you might have seen earlier about discipline talked about designing your environment. It talked about making things easy for yourself. One of the best ways to design your environment for English is to make sure you don't have to search for a lesson tomorrow. You want it to be ready for you. If you enjoyed this calm style of learning, I invite you to subscribe to the channel right now. But more than that, I want you to find the Save button. Save this video to a playlist. Call that playlist My Morning English. When you wake up tomorrow, you don't have to make a decision. You don't have to rely on willpower. You just open your playlist, press play, and let us guide you through 5 minutes of practice. Consistency is so much more valuable than intensity. It is better to do this 5-minute video every day for a week than to study for 3 hours on Sunday and then quit. Small actions, repeated over time, lead to massive results. Think about the phrases we learned today. Stick to, get going, set aside. These are not just words for your notebook. These are instructions for your life. Today, I want you to pick one task, just one small task that you have been avoiding. Maybe it's sending an email. Maybe it's washing the dishes. Maybe it's reading one page of a book. Tell yourself,
I am going to set aside 10 minutes. I am going to get going, and I am going to stick to it until it is done. Say that sentence with me as a final affirmation. I am going to set aside 10 minutes. I am going to get going, and I am going to stick to it until it is done. There you go. That is the mindset of a successful English learner. Thank you so much for joining us in the English Speaking Corner today. We are so proud of you for showing up. Remember, the hardest part is starting, and you have already finished. You are already on your way. Take this calm feeling with you into the rest of your day. Don't let the stress of a big list overwhelm you. Just focus on the next step. We'll see you in the next episode for another calm, confident practice. Until then, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in your ability to grow. Goodbye for now. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day.